What's up, weirdos? Good morning. All right, so my cold has kind of hit me, full-fledged. I'm pretty sick right now, so pardon my voice. Pardon my voice. All right, guys, so let's get into it. Let's have a look. We got an interesting new metric we're going to have a look at. Uh, Bitcoin cycle top, potentially. We're going to have a look at it, guys. Should be interesting. We got some Zebec stuff, some Natix stuff to talk about as well. So let's get into it. Let's have a look across the altcoin market. What's going on? So we got XPR absolutely melting faces again. Pith, XDB, Algorand, Glimmer, Supra, Swiftcoin, Wormhole, all looking very, very nice. Spell Token, Triple V, Sandbox, Gala, Mana, Mantra, Atom, Render. Lot of stuff looking healthy here. Flow, Flare, absolutely fantastic, guys. Absolutely fantastic. Alchemy Pay, Ondo Stronghold. Nice little recovery happening across the board. Let's go a little bit broader here. OKB pumping yet again. Apparently they did some sort of a token burn, which is why they went up so much, but I'll have to look a little bit deeper into that. Celestia, MNT, Theta, IOTA, so much more, guys. Absolutely nice recovery, but I am expecting one leg lower for Bitcoin. We're going to go have a look at the Bitcoin chart, and I'll show you guys what I'm talking about, okay? Again, sorry for my voice. All right, Bitcoin. So we managed to get here above the 30-day SMA again. We're currently above it, $117,676. Now, I do think that we could come down and test our low here at 115. I do think in a absolutely worst case scenario, I want to be clear, I don't think it's going to happen, but it's possible. We could come between $112,000 and $114,000, right? We could, let me put a box there for you guys. We could see that happen. Does that mean it has to happen? No, it does not. But in fact, I don't think that it's going to happen. But I do have to tell you guys of the possibilities, right? That's what I do. So let me just put this box in there. So there we go. We could come down inside this box here. Possible. I don't think it'll happen. We're above the 30-day SMA right now, which hopefully we can hold as support. If it doesn't, we've got another level at 116,444. Then we have another level at 115,000. So I don't think we're going to quite come down that far, but I do think we could see possibly a little bit more of a leg down this weekend before we move up. But we'll see what happens, right? We'll see what happens. Let's go look at the Ethereum chart. Now, because Bitcoin does that, doesn't necessarily mean alts are going to fall as far as they usually do, because alts have been holding up pretty strong against Bitcoin's dumps lately, with Bitcoin dominance continuing to work its way down. So I'm not that worried about the alts. But Ethereum here, we had resistance right at this blue line, $4,332. We've come close to testing it, but we haven't quite wicked down to it. I am anticipating it holding support, hopefully. If it does not, we could see us drop to 42.2. If that doesn't hold, we could retest the top of this breakout at $4,103. So those are our levels to watch over on Ethereum. So yeah, but this is the all-time high. The bottom of this box is the all-time high. Breaking above it would get us to $5,000. That's the psychological level we want to break through. Once it breaks, everyone keeps asking me, when altcoin season? When are alts going to go? When Ethereum breaks past, not into, but past this entire white box, that's when altcoin season, right? In my opinion. Well, I shouldn't say that. That's when alts will really start to move a little more violently, right, to the upside. So, but we need Ethereum to move there first. We need Ethereum to break into new all-time highs. It has not done that yet. Okay, Ethereum's not in all-time highs yet. So we need Ethereum to get into all-time highs, coupled with we need it to break above this psychological level of $5,000 is probably going to be a lot of selling pressure at that level. It's just weird how people work, right? $5,000, nice round number, psychological. So yeah, it's just something to be aware of there. Okay, a little bit of Zebec update. What do we got here? So Zebec tweeted out they will be speaking at Cambridge University International Symposium on Economic Crime, joining industry leaders, experts in CFTC, and the CFTC, the other global regulators to discuss crypto compliance and regulatory standards. Big things, guys. Zebec speaking in the same panel with the CFTC. Absolutely fantastic there. Absolutely fantastic. My Natix fans out there, people keep asking me about Natix, guys. Do not sleep on Natix. They just had another token burn. It's getting hot in here, baby. July's burn has been issued with an additional 41.6 million Natix burned, turning up the heat to match the weather, baby. The total amount of Natix burned now stands at 394.2 million. You'll love to see it, guys. The burns continue. The burns continue. That's what you want to see. We've got this tweet out here from Coinbase. So Coinbase says, Coinbase Institutional, altcoin season is coming. As September approaches, the transition to a full-scale altcoin season is likely. Our positive Q3 2025 outlook stems from macro trends such as potential Fed rate cuts and expected regulatory advancements. Absolutely bullish, guys. Absolutely bullish. Even Coinbase is stepping up and saying they're calling for altcoin season. Just going along here, guys. This very interesting scale metric, but first we got to give a quick shout out to the channel sponsor, Decent Biometric Wallet. Not your keys, not your coins, guys. You can swap on here, take profits on here. You can even stake your crypto or your stable coin through the bear market or now and gain APY without your crypto ever leaving your custody. You get a 2-for-1 deal on the biometric wallets today, guys. I have 5 of them, I believe, 5 or 6 of them, because I like to departmentalize my crypto. So absolutely get a phenomenal deal right now, 2-for-1, or you can get the card wallet. Small price to pay to keep your crypto safe, guys. Simply by using our link down in the description, you will get yourself a phenomenal deal. Okay, continuing on, this from this metric here, and I'm going to show you guys the chart, the M2 money supply chart afterwards. So this is from Colin Talks Crypto. So all the credit goes to him, not to me. This is a chart that he found. This is his model. So this is an interesting little piece here, guys. He says, when will Bitcoin top? Here's an interesting model. Now, remember, no model is 100% accurate. You have to remember that, my friends, right? But it's just another interesting model and metric we can use. Per the chart, it could be 37 months from the low of the cycle. This is because each cycle appears to lengthen by 4 months. Interesting. Very interesting. So as you can see, 24 months, right? I don't know if you can see. Okay, here we go. You can see my cursor. 24 months for the 2013 bull run, right? Sorry, my voice is, I'm losing it. And then we go to the 2017. Here we go. From the low to the high, 28 months. So it added 4 months in length. Very interesting. This is new information to me, right? See, we all learn something. We can all learn something. Even people have been around for a long time. And then we have the 2021 cycle, 28 months to 33 months, right? So every bull run, every cycle low to peak, right, is it adds 4 months, an extension of 4 months. Okay, so what does this mean? It means that going into this run, it would add, if we added 4 months, we would be looking at 37 months from the cycle bottom, which was about $15,000 for Bitcoin, to the cycle top, right? So he says, trend line, cycles are getting longer when measured from the bear market low to peak and showing diminishing returns, right? So I've never measured it from this angle before, measuring it from the cycle low to the cycle high every time, right? So this is interesting stuff. He says the cycle bottom was around November 22nd of 2022 for this cycle we're in right now. 37 months from November 22nd would be December 22nd, 2025, a Monday. The price per this chart would be approximately $200,000 for the top. So everything still kind of comes close to lining up with my projection personally, right, with this metric. It would bring us well into December, though, right? December 22nd would be the cycle top, which makes sense for a lot of reasons. One reason is that a lot of people will start taking profits because it's Christmas time and they want to pay for the holidays, right? Stuff like that. A lot of people will get out of their bags before, just as December hits. People book vacations. Not everyone stays around for Christmas. Other people have families to pay for, all that kind of stuff. There's many different reasons people take profits around Christmas time. So, and then also, like for me, I said that altcoin season and everything was going to kind of peak around the end of November, is what I've kind of been targeting, right? I said Bitcoin could top around the M2, which I'm going to show you guys in a few minutes. Here, we're going to get into the M2, right? But that the cycle would end sometime near the end of November. But this kind of dictates, this metric, interestingly enough, says that I'm about a month off and the market would top around December 22nd. Now, remember, you can't put an X on the calendar and say, okay, that's the top, December 22nd, because it doesn't work like that. Nothing is exact, nothing is precise to that degree, right? There's a margin of error involved, whether it be a few weeks, a month, whatever, right? There is a margin for error. There are no certainties in charting and in crypto. Get that out of your mind. If you think for 1 second that there's some sort of metric out there or chart or anything that's a certainty that this is going to happen, right? This is probabilities. That's what charting is. Every once in a while you get some moron in the chat that's like, I was wrong, you were wrong. Whether it's my channel or somebody else's channel. It's like, dude, are you under the impression that there are certainties in charting? Like, you basically just announced to everyone that you don't know how to chart, you don't know how to do any of this stuff, right? Like, because there's no certainties, there's no guarantees. But anyway, I digress. So this is very fascinating, guys. That if we do add the extra 4 months, which, I mean, listen, I can't come up with a reason why we wouldn't add 4 months from the cycle low to the cycle high. Why would we not? I don't know, right? I mean, arguments can be made, I suppose, but I can't think of one. So sometime in December. So where would I get out of the bull run? Where would I get out of the cycle? Where would I be cashing out and all that stuff? If this is true, if December is going to be the top, when would I be getting out? Well, my exit strategies are over on the Patreon. So I don't reveal that stuff here on YouTube. I reveal it over on the Patreon. Let's get into the M2 money supply, because it does match up with the M2 money supply as well. Ever since one of our Patreon members pointed out the bull flag pattern on the M2 money supply here, as you can see, we're in the speculation zone right now, guys. High speculation zone. What is going to happen here? It's very, very unknown. Now, I have been of the opinion that if the M2 does not go any higher than it is right now, then that where I just circled would be the top for Bitcoin, but that would be at the end of September. And it doesn't really line up. I don't like that, right? It doesn't sit right with me, but it is what it is, and it ain't what it ain't, right? However, with this bull flag structure forming on the M2, and it actually right now breaking to the upside, it tells me that the M2 is about to actually go on another big run to the upside here, which would lead us where? Around November, December. So that actually lines up perfectly with the chart that Colin Talks Crypto shows, right? So just a little bit of confirmation bias on my end that would confirm that the top of this cycle would be sometime between the end of November and the end of December. Well, the middle of December, right? So that's kind of what I'm looking at. Very, very interesting stuff. Guys, if you don't know who Colin Talks Crypto is, make sure you go follow him on YouTube and on X. It's definitely a pretty solid dude. I don't know him personally or anything, but I do enjoy watching his breakdowns and his logic and his reasoning behind things. So definitely check him out. Again, on the chart, credit goes to him, not to me. The M2 goes, what I'm looking at on the M2, that's me. But the chart and all that stuff, that's him. And I can't think of an argument against what he's saying. I can't. Right? So all that being said, guys, listen, if you're new to crypto, there is no shame in having your hand held by a community of people who have been through multiple bull runs and can help you devise your exit strategy. If this is the case, Do you have an exit strategy in place? Do you know how to leave the market? Do you know how to identify where liquidity is in the market so your sell orders fill? Or are you going to end up being a bag holder because you don't know how to do that and you figured your sell orders would just fill because Stone Cold said so, right? Check it out today, guys. Join the Patreon. It's the price of a cup of coffee a day, okay? To ensure, to secure your profits in this bull run, to pay the price of a cup of coffee a day. All these other channels are charging you between $100 and $1,000 a month, guys, right? I just want a cup of coffee from you. That's it. So check it out, guys. The link is down below. We also have the swing trade tier, the Copy Pro trading tier as well. If you're into that, come aboard, check that out. Also, guys, over on the Patreon, the link is down in the description. Click like if you like this video. Click subscribe if you really liked it. I'll see you guys in the next one. God bless.